Well, it's a pleasure to have you join us here at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya as we proceed through to race day to see just who will claim victory at the Spanish Grand Prix. The Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya then, a high-speed 2.89-mile circuit which demands an efficient downforce package and bravery on the part of the driver, especially through the blind right of turn 9, which we might just see taken flat out this weekend. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Zhou, Norris, and Esteban Ocon, Bottas, Ricciardo, Lance Stroll, and Gasly, Albon, Vettel, Yuki Tsunoda, and Mick Schumacher, Magnussen, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Hey guys, welcome back to GP Weekend here for the Spanish GP here in Catalonia, on the Circuit de Catalunya, just off the outskirts of Barcelona, lining up 7th on the grid with Fernando Alonso, the other Spaniard, lining up alongside us on the grid as we go away for the formation lap now.
Of rain for the time being, conditions look good.
Lining up on the grid now, the 5 red lights are about to be all on. The 5 red lights are on, and it's lights out and away we go. It's a bad start for us as we go over to cover off Guan Yu Zhou on the start of the race here. Lando Norris on our outside going down into turn 1. Down into turn 1 we go. I see a gap and I go right down the inside of near enough 4 cars, that is. Down into turn 1 again, 2 positions on the start essentially there from P7, as it did go up from P7 to P5. It was a risky dive bomb, but I couldn't slow the car down enough, but there was a gap there anyway, so I decided to either slow the car down right so I lose about 5 positions from that, or I just go for the move. So I went for the move into P5 on this opening lap now, just trying to chase after Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc. There's a bit of contact between them as Charles Leclerc is forced down into 4th. We are sticking with our teammate now down the straight. Could we maybe go down the inside of our teammate? We are going to try it down the inside. Can we make it sticky? As he is going to try and get a bit of traction on the outside, and now on the inside line he is going to force me right round the outside. I can't make the move. I don't have the traction. I don't have enough space through that right-hander to make the move. But on lap 1 here we are up into 5th, which is good, with Lewis Hamilton and the Mercedes chasing after us. Now as we go down the main straight, deploying ERS to stick with our teammate as much as we can. Now Down the straight we go. I'm going to be too far back to make the move on my teammate, but what I can do is put pressure on him. Down to turn 1, Charles Leclerc locks up, and I go right down the inside of Charles Leclerc as he locks up, and we're up into 4th in this race with Sergio Perez in front in that Red Bull, and now we have to chase after him on the medium set of tyres, as he is on the medium set of tyres as well, setting fastest sector 1 here in Catalonia. Our teammate is going to try and battle us as we go through the downhill left-hander. It's a tricky traction zone, trying to get the car out of that section, as this is a tricky traction zone as well. Just trying not to spin the car, so I'm a bit hesitant on the throttle, not as fast as I usually am through that section now, through that right-hander now, down the straight to blind ERS up into 8th here in the braking zone through the left-hander now, just trying to stick with Sergio Perez as much as we can, try not to get too big snaps on the rear end of the car now through this wee bit of the straight where the chicane is removed in the newer game and in real life, as we saw Max Verstappen win by 24 seconds here in Catalonia, as that's a 1:23.5 here in Catalonia. DRS is enabled with, as I was saying, Max Verstappen won the race with the 2 Mercedes on the podium, Hamilton in 2nd and George Russell in 3rd, after Lando Norris couldn't finish on the podium after he made contact with Lewis Hamilton on into turn 1 on lap 1, and Carlos Sainz not having a good race. But now setting fastest sector 1 here, just trying to stick with Sergio Perez as much as we can through the lap, just trying not to fall off too much, as our teammate is sticking with us as much as he can on lap 3 now of 66, a long race here in Catalonia. Probably not the most entertaining race on the calendar so far, but it was a good race. Fernando Alonso sadly not getting on the podium in his lowest race result of the season. Now going through the left-hander and now through the braking zone of the right-hander, just trying to stick with Sergio Perez through the right-hander. Skipping ahead to lap 11 now, as I couldn't make the overtake on Sergio Perez, and he just started to pull away, and my teammate there, as Charles Leclerc just tried to go right round the outside of me through that long right-hander, but it did not work. Just trying to keep the car as much as I can through the lap, just trying not to spin the car, trying not to lose it under traction, but now pulling out a good gap to Charles Leclerc as we go through the chicane now and up now through the fast right-hander, having to brake just a wee bit through the right-hander, but now just trying to catch up to Sergio Perez as much as I can now through the final part of the lap, as there's a big snap on the rear started to slide. Had to correct that, but not too much as we go for the right-hander now. There's another slide on the rear end, as it is a bit slidey here in Spain, as the car slides and they go slamming into the wall, and it's another DNF here in GP weekends. Another DNF, another bad result, but that is your finishing result there. Charles Leclerc teammate went on to win the race with Sergio Perez in 2nd, and Fernando Alonso, one of the home heroes, finishing on the podium here in Spain with Lewis Hamilton in 4th and Esteban Ocon rounding up your top 5. Well, here's the order now. Here's the DNFs: Max Verstappen, George Russell, and us, of course. But I hope you enjoyed that episode. It was short, but I'll see you next time for Canada on a new game.